Remember when a TV theme song was so catchy? You actually bought the record? Yeah, back when turning on the tube meant more than binge watching, it meant singing along. But what if I told you some of those TV jingles actually cracked the Billboard charts? You heard that right? These weren't just background tunes, they were real radio hits. And today we're diving into 10 of the biggest ones from the 60s and 70s that made it from your living room to the top of the charts. You ready to find out which ones? Let's hit play. Number 10. Welcome Back by John Sebastian.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Now here's a soft one to get things rolling. You probably remember Gabe Kaplan walking through Brooklyn, the fuzzy lighting, the lockers, and that familiar voice singing Welcome Back.
We always could spot a friend.
But did you know John Sebastian didn't even write the song as a full tune at first? He just tossed out a quick jingle for the show's title, Welcome Back, Kotter. And the producers were so hooked, they begged him to turn it into a complete song. The result? A #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1976. Yes, a TV theme. At the top of the charts. And it's not hard to see why. That smooth guitar, that nostalgic lyric, that cool teacher energy. Honestly, when's the last time a show theme gave you chills? Did you ever watch this show when it aired? Or was it all reruns for you? Number 9. Suicide is Painless by Johnny Mandel.
Suicide is painless.
Okay, now this one's a little twisty. If you grew up on reruns of MASH, you know the theme song. Haunting, almost too slow for a sitcom.
It brings on many changes.
But what you might not know is that the original version, complete with lyrics, was called Suicide is Painless. Dark, oh yeah, but also kind of brilliant. Originally used in the 1970 Robert Altman film version of MASH, the song was later turned into an instrumental for TV. But in the UK, the full lyrical version charted, and charted big. It hit #1 in Britain in 1980, nearly a decade after the show first aired. And fun fact, the lyrics were written by Altman's 14-year-old son. Yup! A teenager wrote a song that would haunt audiences for decades. Did you ever stop and really listen to that melody? Number 8. Theme from S.W.A.T. by Rhythm Heritage. All right, let's pick up the pace. SWAT might have only lasted 2 seasons, but its theme song had enough firepower to go platinum. Rhythm Heritage's 1975 disco-funk version of the show's opening theme hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in February 1976. That's right, America's top song that month was an instrumental cop show theme. There's something almost cinematic about it. Bold horns, wah-wah guitars, serious strut. It was less TV show intro and more blaxploitation movie soundtrack. Let's be honest. Did you ever groove to this in the car, not realizing it was from a TV show? Number 7. The Ballad of Jed Clampet by Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like...
Now this one's got roots, literal ones. Before you could say oil that is, black gold, Texas tea, you were already tapping your toe.
to have a heap in heaven of the hospitality.
The bluegrass pickin'. The folksy storytelling. The Beverly Hillbillies theme was made to be a hit. And guess what? It was. Released in 1962, The Ballad of Jed Clampet became the first TV theme song to hit #1 on the Billboard Country chart. It even crossed over into the pop charts. No small feat for a banjo-driven tune in the middle of Beatlemania. How many of you still know every word to this song? Be honest. Number 6. Secret Agent Man by Johnny Rivers.
Secret Asian man, secret.
You knew this was coming. Secret Agent Man wasn't just a spy tune. It was the soundtrack to every dad's Cold War fantasy.
Giving you a number and taking away your name.
Sung by Johnny Rivers for the American broadcast of the British series Danger Man, retitled Secret Agent in the U.S. This tune became an instant classic. Rivers turned it into a full-length song and released it in 1966. It cracked the top 5 on Billboard, selling over 1 million copies. And that guitar riff? Iconic. The show might have faded into cult status, but that song still plays like a 007 parody that's too good to be a parody. Ever try to do your own spy walk to this one? Yeah, we all did it. Number 5. Miami Vice Theme by Jan Hammer. Okay, we know Miami Vice is technically an 80s baby, but can we just give it a quick shout-out? The theme by Jan Hammer hit number 1 in 1985, one of the few instrumental themes to ever top the charts. Neon, Ferraris, pastel suits. This song was the 80s. All right, back to the 60s and 70s. Number 4. Those Were the Days by Carol O'Connor and Gene Stapleton. Yes, Archie and Edith at the piano.
Those were the days.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played, you're singing it already, aren't you? All in the Family wasn't just a sitcom, it was a mirror to American society. And its theme song, crooned out in that scratchy, lovable warble, felt like both a throwback and a punch in the gut. What's wild? The song was never officially released as a single, but it became so recognizable that it was frequently covered and performed as if it were. It charted in Canada and Europe, and even showed up on variety shows. Imagine that! A chart hit born out of 2 actors singing badly on purpose. Magic. Did your parents watch this one religiously? Or was Archie a little too much for your household? Number 3. Love Is All Around by Sonny Curtis.
Love is all around, no need to waste it.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? You already know who.
You're gonna make it after all.
Sonny Curtis, who once played with Buddy Holly, wrote and performed Love Is All Around, the optimistic, wide-eyed theme that helped launch the Mary Tyler Moore Show into legend. The original 1970 version didn't crack the charts, but when Sonny re-recorded it in '74 as a full song, it hit radio stations and found chart success, especially on adult contemporary stations. It's not just a theme, it's a feeling. You hear those opening lines and suddenly life doesn't seem so bad. Did you ever toss your hat in the air like Mary? Even once? Number 2. Movin' On Up by Jeanette Dubois Who. Now this is a theme song that made everybody smile. Written by Jeff Barry and Jeanette Dubois, yes, Willona from Good Times. Movin' On Up had gospel energy, big soul vibes, and lyrics that told a story of triumph. It was never a major pop single, but it was so popular that it became a radio request line favorite and is still sampled by hip-hop artists and used in commercials today. It was bold, black, joyful, proud. And in a decade where TV themes were becoming mini musicals, this one stood tall. Quick question. Can you imagine anyone else singing this? Nope. Didn't think so. Number 1. Theme from Hawaii Five-0 by The Ventures. Here we are. The king of the TV theme hit parade. The Hawaii Five-0 theme wasn't just memorable, it was a full-blown surf rock anthem. Composed by Morton Stevens and performed by The Ventures, it peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1969 and became their most recognizable hit. Let that sink in. An instrumental theme song from a cop show in Hawaii was blasting from jukeboxes across the country. That pounding drum, that trumpet line, that surf guitar. It made you want to watch the show. Heck, it made you feel cooler just listening to it. Still give you goosebumps when you hear it? So there you have it. 10 theme songs that didn't just open in your favorite shows. They invaded the airwaves, climbed the charts, and found a place on your radio dial. They weren't just TV themes, they were cultural touchstones. They made you feel something, even before the show started. How many of these did you sing along to, or better yet, own on vinyl? And hey, did we miss one? Some forgotten theme that should have been a hit? If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, give us a like, share it with your fellow TV lovers, and hit that subscribe button for more nostalgia every week. And don't forget to drop a comment. Let us know which TV theme song you think should have gone gold. See you next time. Cue outro music, something funky from the 70s.